Governor Newsom has now been rebuked by both parties and both other branches of government for his irresponsible and unconstitutional use of emergency powers for non-emergency purposes. I want to take a moment to lay out what Assemblymember Gallagher and I view as the path forward to restoring checks and balances in California and restoring the public participation in our government that Assembly Gallagher talked about. There are a few steps. The first is the most basic, and that's the governor should rescind this executive order. As the Orange County Register put it in an editorial this morning, Governor Newsom should stop trying to defend the indefensible. Voting by mail is fine, arbitrary edicts are not. Second, Assemblyman Gallagher and I have authored ACR 196, which would put an end to the governor's emergency powers. This is the one check that the legislature has at its disposal under the Emergency Services Act. And we're calling on the Assembly to bring that resolution to the floor so that it is ready to be deployed if the governor oversteps his powers again. Third, we're calling on the governor to voluntarily agree to a set of conditions for a more constructive and cooperative relationship between our two branches. This includes giving us a sense of when he views it appropriate to call the legal state of emergency to an end. Now, he doesn't need to give us an exact timeline, but he should at least specify the circumstances under which it should be terminated. In addition to that, the legislature needs to be more involved in the issuance of any further executive orders. So we're calling on the governor to submit the extension of any existing executive orders or the issuance of any new executive orders under this state of emergency to approval by the legislature. And finally, moving forward, we're looking into legislation to reform the Emergency Services Act itself. While prior governors have acted in a reasonable way pursuant to this statute, Governor Newsom's irresponsible conduct has demonstrated the need for additional institutional safeguards. One basic idea, which has been endorsed in an LA Times editorial, among others, has said that there should be an expiration date, that maybe it's 60 days or maybe it's 30 days, and then the state of emergency automatically ends unless the legislature comes forward and passes a resolution to extend it. When you have powers that are unbounded, self-awarded, they cannot also be